What's going on, you guys? It's your man James, aka JP, back again with the toy room. And I know I never wear hats in any of my videos over like the past 3 or 4 years. I don't think you guys have ever seen me in a hat, but I was just outside in the Florida heat wearing a cooling towel, so I have like lines and all around my head, and my hair is flat, so we got a bad hair day. So we are rocking the hat today. If you guys know what movie this is from, leave a comment down below. I really love this hat. Nice little subtle Easter egg right there. But anyways, we're gonna put the hat backwards so you guys can see my face. I have a crazy video for you guys today. So I went thrifting like I do probably once or twice a week, and I got this crazy, this may be the best value of stuff that I've ever got in my life. I don't even know how many, but I got a whole stack of Blu-rays, VHSs, and I got one game for only $5. Now the story behind it is crazy. I'll kind of get into that in a little bit here as we kind of go through everything that I got, but let's go ahead and get started. So starting off, this is the only game I got, nothing crazy or anything like that. It is Madden 04. It was only $1.50. I don't even have Madden games in my collection. I'm not a big football fan, but I did pick it up because Michael Vick was the GOAT back in the day, so I went ahead and picked it up. Why not? For $1.50, complete with the manual and everything, so that is pretty cool. So now I got some new VHSs to add to my collection. These VHSs were only 50 cents. So here is Sesame Street 25th anniversary wonderful years in musical celebration collector's edition. That is a lot to say there, but I thought it was really cool. I just like the silver foil and how it's a collector's edition for the 25th anniversary. I thought that was really cool. So that was 50 cents, so you can't go wrong there. Also picked up the Jetsons, the movie, right here on VHS. Jetsons is a classic cartoon, and again, I love that old school artwork right there on the front, and then you got that right there. Again, another solid condition VHS. Pretty much all of these are in pretty much perfect shape. Then I think I own this already, but it's in a different style of VHS. I think the version I own is in like a clamshell type of thing, and that version is sealed, but I picked up this one in the slipcover little sleeve right here, and that is Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. And again, this is in pretty much perfect condition. And the cool thing about this is that it comes with like this little like the little paperwork that you got back in the day. So you got that, you got like a mail-in rebate or type of thing right there. So that's really cool. I definitely love seeing these old like pieces right here, and I'm actually gonna flip the VHS over because it is backwards. But I love all that extra, you know, whether it's video games and manuals or just like little booklets that come with these VHSs. I love all that retro nostalgia stuff, so that is really cool. Next up is Jurassic Park, the original Jurassic Park right here, which is fitting since I just went to Universal. If you guys haven't seen that vlog, be sure to check it out. It was my last video. We got some Jurassic Park stuff in that video, but yeah, another perfect condition VHS right here, so that is really cool. And the last one, which is actually my favorite cover out of all of them, and you'll see why here in a second, but that's Men in Black. I just love that little, like, it's not holographic per se, but just that that little sheen in it, whatever it is, I guess, if you want to call it holographic right there. But yeah, it just looks really cool. I love the way when the light hits it that it just reflects. This is gonna look great up on a shelf, so I can't wait to display this. Again, 50 cents for all these VHSs, so those VHSs were $2.50 altogether. Now here's where the crazy story comes in. I got this crazy stack of Blu-rays here, all of these for $1.50. because the cashier at the thrift store actually messed up. So this is probably, I don't know, close to like $20, $30 worth of stuff right here. And I'll kind of go through it with you guys. So first up we have is Ted. Now this was normally $1.50 on its own, but here is Ted, and this is brand new, sealed, unopened Ted on Blu-ray, the unrated version as well. So that is pretty cool. So again, this is $1.50 by itself, but the cashier messed up, and I'll show you guys why in a second. But next up is Planet of the Apes. This is the reboot. I've actually never seen this one, so there is that. And this is in pretty much perfect condition, not sealed or anything, but still really good shape with the original Walmart tag right there, which is cool. So next up is Ghostwriter. Now most of these I bought, like all the VHSs I bought to keep. Most of these Blu-rays I actually bought just to resell them and whatnot, to make some money, flip them that way. But I actually may keep Ghostwriter in my collection. I have a soft spot for this movie. I really love this movie. Just early 2000s Marvel madness. And of course, you have Ava Mendes. Oh, I love her. But yeah, I really like this movie, so I may keep this, I may not. This version is on Netflix, so I could always watch it that way, but who knows, I may not actually end up selling this. Next up, we have the original Avengers. I already have a copy of Avengers on Blu-ray, so this is definitely to resell as well. But again, these were all $1.50 on their own, but once we get to the end of the stack right here, I'll explain the story. Next up is Fantasia, Disney's Fantasia. I'm not a big fan of this movie, but this is actually a pretty nice collector's piece, so I'm actually not sure if I'm gonna flip this one either. It is worth a little bit of money. These go for maybe about like $20 to $30 on eBay, but it's just, I don't know. I'm not a fan of this movie, but Fantasia is just so collectible, especially in VHS. The VHS is worth a lot of money as well. But this is my first time actually ever seeing it in person on Blu-ray. And of course, since we have Fantasia, we of course had to get Fantasia 2000. And again, this one is worth some money as well. Same deal, never been a fan of this either, but worth some money. So I may keep it in the collection depending how much I can flip it for. We'll see. If it's not as much as I want to get from it, I'll just keep it in the collection for the time being. Next up is Despicable Me Part 2, and this is like some crazy like collector's edition with like some nice like art booklet. I think this might be the Target exclusive version, but it's got like some artwork in here, and it's got all these extras with the Blu-ray and behind the scenes and all this stuff. So they wanted, I think this one was $5.99 that it was going for, but again, I didn't even pay anywhere close to that. And then the last thing I got was Star Wars, the original trilogy box set on Blu-ray. Now the thrift store wanted $10 for this one as well, but again, and this is really cool. So again, I already own I own every Star Wars on Blu-ray, so this is going to be to sell as well. But this is nice. It just has the Blu-rays and the DVDs all in one box set, which is really good, and I got it for such a good price. So let me tell you guys the story here. So the VHSs I got at one separate thrift store. The Blu-rays and that PS2 game I got at another thrift store. So the thrift store, they wanted $10 for the Star Wars box set, $5.99 for Despicable Me 2, and the rest of them were $1.50. And that PS2 game, the what is it, Madden 2004, that was also $1.50. So what the cashier did was she looked at the PS2 game, rang it up as $1.50. Now with Star Wars and Despicable Me, she was already about to give these to me for $1.50 as well, because Despicable Me wasn't actually marked on the outside that it was $5.99. It was marked on the inside, and normally when the price isn't on the outside, they automatically default it to $1.50. And same thing with the Star Wars trilogy. It was actually written right here that it was $9.99. I already took all the permanent marker off of here to get these ready to flip them. But yeah, so this should have been $10, but she was already going to ring it up as $1.50 because she didn't know any better, and it didn't say anything right here on the outside. But she made a mistake. So she rang up the PS2 game, then she rang up one of the movies and was going to multiply it in the cash register. You know, if you guys buy multiple of the same items, how they'll just scan one and then enter the quantity that you're buying. Well, she did that, but she forgot to enter the quantity. So she actually only charged me for one Blu-ray instead of whatever this is, like 10 of them that I have here. So I didn't even notice. I gave her my card, I paid, I got to my car, and then I looked at my phone, and I have notifications set up. Anytime I use my card, I get a text to my phone in case I know anyone's doing fraud or anything like that. But I saw I had a charge for $3.50, I think it was. I was like, wait a second. So I look at my receipt and I saw what she did. So I got all these Blu-rays for I'm sorry. Well, yeah, I got all these Blu-rays for $1.50, and the PS2 game was another $1.50. So I got all of those for only $3 and change, which is absolutely crazy. This is a big value here. You know, it was her mistake. I didn't notice till after the fact. So that is really good. I looked out, and now I'm about to go flip all these. Well, not all of them, but most of them. Make some money off of them, and maybe grab some games from my collection as well and go sell some of those that I don't play. But that is pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, this haul video, this little story time video, whatever you guys want to call it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I mentioned, if you're interested in checking out my Islands of Adventure / Universal vlog that I did yesterday, I'm sorry, not yesterday, but I did on Saturday. If you guys want to check that out, it should be popping up on the screen for you guys to check out. You can see what the crowd levels are like during the current state of the world, so that's pretty interesting. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Also, make sure you click that notification bell so you stay up to date anytime I post a new video. I'm gonna go ahead and get on out of here, so as always guys, stay tuned for more, and I'll see you guys next time.